Thank you for joining me. This is a practice in waking up sensation in your hands. I also think of this as a touch meditation. So to begin the practice, I invite you to first take a few minutes to get really comfortable. You might pause the recording and find a comfortable place where you can sit back, where your trunk is supported, where your head and neck are supported. This might be leaning back in a chair or on a couch or laying down on the floor. So take a few minutes to get yourself really comfortable. This is not a practice about doing any kind of work. It's a practice about rest and learning to connect to and feel sensation in your body. And the easiest way to do that is to get out of the habit of doing something to be productive. So when you feel comfortable, notice if you could be 10% more comfortable. So settling in, and take a moment to grab a pillow that you can comfortably rest in your lap. And so with this pillow in your lap, it allows your arms to relax. So letting your arms rest in your lap and taking a moment to scan your body. Notice any places that feel tight, any places of tension. Notice any places that feel open and relaxed and spacious. Feeling for sensations in your body, which might include temperature. Are you feeling warm or cool, or maybe even hot or cold in your body? You might notice different temperatures on the extremities, your hands or your feet, as opposed to the temperature of your core. You might notice pressure in your body, or you might notice some form of vibration, tingling or bubbling. So taking a moment to check internally, noticing any of these sensations. And then I invite you to find a small object that you can comfortably hold in your hand. It might be a pen or a phone. It might be a seashell or a stone. Anything that you can comfortably hold. And again, if you need to pause the recording and find something that you can take in your hands, do that. And when you come back, check again for maximum comfort of your body. Leaning back, resting your head, and bringing a pillow to your lap. Once you have this object, one of the first things that happens is that our mind wants to make sense of this object. We'll give it a name, some kind of meaning or a purpose. So allow your mind to take a moment to look at this object, to feel it, to see what it is, what it's used for. And then we're going to set that meaning aside. We're going to connect to the tactile information about this object. So you may notice the temperature of the object against your skin. Is it warmer or cooler to the touch? You might notice the shape or the form of this object. Feeling for the curves, sharp edges, the soft edges? Is it round or flat? So using your hands to take in this information about the shape or the form. And then you might notice the texture of this object. Feeling for that texture, you might find parts or all of it feeling smooth or rough, maybe some jagged parts. So allowing your fingers to explore the texture of this object. And then noticing the weight of this object in your hand. Feeling that weight. Is it light or heavy? You might squeeze the object and feel the pressure of it pushing against your hand. And next, I invite you to allow your fingers to be curious and to explore the many shapes and textures and sensations that you can find as you feel this object. So moving slowly, you might hold the object still in one hand and use the other hand to move across it, and taking in sensation that way. Or you might hold the object in one hand and then move that object across the other hand. And noticing the difference between these two ways of moving the object across your skin or moving your skin across the object. And you can move back and forth and explore. You might explore feeling with your eyes open versus closing your eyes, if that feels comfortable to you. Notice what you find when your eyes are open versus when your eyes are closed. Are there different forms of sensation that you can connect to in both of those? And then I invite you to explore sensation on different parts of your hand. You might feel what it's like to experience sensation on the palm of your hand, or maybe turning over your hand and feeling sensation on the back of your hand. You might explore sensation on your fingertips, or what it feels like between your fingers, or maybe right at the base of your palm, in the crease of your wrist. So exploring different parts of your hand, noticing there may be more sensation in one place than in another, and allowing yourself to be curious. And again, slowing down your pace again by half. So whatever speed you're moving, slow it down by half. So the slower you move, the more you have the potential to feel. And at any time, if the sensation feels too intense, feel free to take a pause or to stop. You might pause a moment regardless of what you're noticing and notice what it's like in the stillness. That might be being still with the object resting in one or both hands, or it might be setting the object aside and noticing any sensation moving through your skin. Whenever you feel ready to explore that again, feel free to continue. Pick up the object, or you might move to feeling the texture of the pillow that's in your lap. You might move between the object and the pillow. Notice what feels interesting on your skin. It might feel pleasant and enjoyable. And perhaps if you bring all of your attention to what you're doing, it becomes quite pleasant. Or you might notice that it feels unpleasant, in which case notice if you want to continue or if you want to stop. Take a moment to notice what is happening in other parts of your body. You might notice temperature, pressure, vibration in other parts of your body. Or you may notice that other senses come online. You suddenly become very aware to the sounds around you or the silence around you. Noticing your breath in this moment. And we're going to slowly bring this practice to a close. And remember, you can come back to this at any time, any place. Simply bring an object to your hands. Slowly drag your fingers across that object, noticing the tactile information and letting your fingers curiously explore this object. You can do this for a couple minutes, anytime throughout your day, or come back to this practice of sitting down, leaning back, bringing a pillow to your lap, and exploring different objects each day, setting a timer for 5 to 10 minutes, and using this opportunity and this time to open up your capacity to take in sensation through your skin, to take in the information that you feel, and to experience that sensation in your body, to find this place of relaxed curiosity. And thank you for practicing today.